Hello and welcome to my presentation of personal genomics. What is DNA? DNA is found in the nucleus of eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic are cells found in humans and animals. The DNA is the building blocks of what makes us who we are. DNA determines our eye color, hair color, skin color, etc. DNA is made up of chromosomes. Humans have 22 pairs of chromosomes and one pair of sex chromosomes. The sex chromosomes would always be XX for female and XY for male. So, how do we determine our traits? In our genes, we have alleles that determine certain traits. Every one of us has two sets of alleles from each parent. Some alleles are recessive, and some are dominant. You can easily determine if you have recessive or dominant traits by using a Punnett square. In this Punnett square, we talk about hitchhiker's thumb. My dad has identical alleles, which is called homozygous. My mom is heterozygous, meaning she inherited two separate genes from her parents. However, both my parents have the dominant trait, which means my brother and I both have hitchhiker's thumb. So what is personal genomics? This is how researchers analyze and sequence a person's genome. Anyone can use a DNA test. These tests are then submitted to a lab for analysis. Websites such as 23andMe or Ancestry DNA uses the information to help you create a family tree or locate family members. Researchers are also using a person's genome to understand how to eliminate birth defects. So is personal genomics ethical? Will there be a time when we will be able to design our children, give them the hair color or eye color we desire, maybe even choose the sex of our child? It could be a possibility, maybe not in our lifetime, but it might be available in the future. Next is making it affordable to the masses and not just to the wealthy. Is it ethical to analyze our genome to prevent birth defects or disease? This is a strongly debatable topic. Some scientists believe it would be beneficial for families who have hereditary diseases like Huntington's to eliminate it by altering the DNA. Others believe it should be left up to chance. If I could have had my genes altered so I didn't have flat feet or diabetes, yes, I would have a better quality of life. There is a fine line between offering a better quality of life and creating the exact child that you want. Is a website like Ancestry.com secure and private? According to Ancestry's privacy policy, labs involved in testing your DNA are not given your name. Laws prevent health insurances or employers from discriminating against you based on your DNA. Ancestry states they do everything they can to prevent unauthorized access to your DNA results or payment information. However, would it be possible for the police or government to gain access to your DNA? Yes. Ancestry states in their privacy policy that your DNA and personal data could be released if they are provided with a valid search warrant. So why use a website like DNA, like Ancestry DNA or Ancestry.com? I chose to have my DNA tested years ago. Other family members sent in their test kits, so I decided to do the same. I was able to get insight on my ethnicity, and my brothers and I have both been contacted by family members we did not know existed. My brother is really interested in creating family trees and learning more about our heritage. I find it interesting too after I started doing this PowerPoint presentation and plan on doing more with it. And as I suspected, I am not adopted. So let's talk about social implications. There could be some emotional and social implications using a website like Ancestry DNA. For instance, you might find out you were adopted. You could have lived your entire life thinking your parents were biological, only to discover they are not. You might be angry to find out this information, and you might even find out that you're mixed race. And there could be a lot of anger not knowing that you have siblings out there you didn't know about. Another issue might be your dad had children with another woman or multiple women. So now you have half siblings you didn't know about, and your mom may not have even known about the affair or affairs. I have a friend who did not know he had a son while he was in the service. The mother gave him up for adoption. Using Ancestry DNA, they were able to find each other, and it turned into a positive thing because he was able to start a relationship with him and also helped him locate his biological mother. So here is my family tree. Um, this is my mom's biological parents. She knew who her mom was her whole life, but no one would tell her who her father was. Because of Ancestry DNA, she was able to discover who he was based on DNA that was submitted from his known children. Thus, we were able to trace him and help my mom to put at rest what her or who her father was. So you can trace your roots. This slide shows a relative that served in the Civil War. I'm not sure how my brother found this, but he is related to us from my grandmother's side of the family. Now that DNA testing is available for reasonable rates to the masses, we are seeing more and more family trees being created. As you can see, there are positive reasons for DNA testing. There are always downsides, but if you are interested in learning more about your heritage, this is a good way to start. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation, learning a little bit more about me, genome testing, and the pros and cons.